Support system on the rear. Face front, come say so. Hey, backdoors.
Our first question, Benjamin Mock.
Hello, my question is for Caps and Flacked, sorry. So to Caps, this is your third MSI tournament. Does it feel any different to the ones that you've been to before? And how are you feeling in general about being here again? And to his teammates, how does it feel to be at an international tournament in your debut split in a major regional in a major region?
I can go first. Thank you for the question. I mean, every time feels a bit different. I mean, I'm at like, I guess, different points in my life. So say like it's a lot of different years. I think that I am super happy that we got to be here again. Last year was tough for me like that. I think every year though we've had a lot of very strong opponents, and this year is no exception. So I'm looking forward for the games, and I'm hoping we can get some fun matches like the other years.
Okay. I mean, to me, it feels really insane to be here. This like a lot of people know that this is my first international tournament ever, so it's really hyped to be in a whole different country with like playing against the best teams of every single region of the world. So I'm really happy and really excited, especially to be with this team. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next games, and hopefully we can give some banger matches.
Next question, Fernando.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. My question goes to Caps. Caps, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember correctly, last time you guys faced T1 was on Worlds 2019, where y'all came out with a 3-1. Been a while ago before pandemic and everything, so I want your opinion on how do you see the difference between that match and this match in an international scene, and how do you feel the team is now? If you guys continue with the same always good mood, and how you guys feel for this match against T1 after 3 years actually.
I mean, I think both teams are very different. I guess a few players stayed the same, but I guess the meta has shifted a lot, and also a lot of new players. So it feels like, I guess, two complete new teams. I think the matchup will look very different than last times we met them, but I'm hoping so. Of course, the result can stay the same. I think a big part of it is, of course, the meta shift, which means that there will be different champions and different strategies being utilized. But yeah, in the end, I hope we can replicate what we did in the past.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, my question is for Flacker and for Gumayusi. G2 and T1 have one of the biggest rivalries in the international stage. I mean, it's like the representation between East and West. How do you feel, Gumayusi and Flacker, being part of this new generation of players that's taking on this like role of bringing the biggest banger games to the fans?
The answer from Gumayusi was, I know there's a rivalry between T1 and G2, and I believe in 2019, T1 kind of got shut down by G2, but I think it's very different right now. And also, if we play well, I think we will get the victory. And I think this kind of rivalry adds a lot more fun to the matchup and hype things up. So I'm so proud that I'm part of it.
자리에 제가 있다는 거에 상당히 뿌듯합니다.
I mean, to me, it feels really insane to be here and playing against the one. Still, something is kind of like hard to believe. It still feels like I'm dreaming. But for sure, I'm really happy to be playing with this like this caliber of AD carries like Gala and Gumayusi. I think they're like probably the best AD carries right now in the world. So for me, it's really insane and really hype playing against these guys. I think for me, I still need to some more time to become like as good as them or even better. But I think for sure for the games for the semifinals, and if we make finals, I think me and Targa can play at their same level or even better.
Next question, Vitor Ventura, Mais Esports.
Hello, Caps. My question is for you. I want to know how you feel about once again you see yourself facing Faker on an important match in international stage. It was already mentioned this rivalry between T1 and G2, but back in the day you were once called Baby Faker. So I want to know, how do you see yourself in this situation once again, as I said, facing Faker on an important match? Thank you.
Well, hello. I mean, I think it's awesome to go up against Faker again. I still remember season 3 watching him play Worlds, and I remember his Ari from back then, one-shotting everyone. And to play against his Ari now is a lot of fun. And I've always dreamt of playing Ari like that, and I've always dreamt of beating him and his like stronger champs like the Ari. So going up against him will be a huge honor, and it has always been so. Like the games we played against him so far, and I just really want to take him down, especially on something that he's famous for, because I've watched so many of his games on stage and solo queue of him playing with a lot of these champs, like the champs he's very known for like Ari, LeBlanc, and if I can take them down, it would be a huge achievement for me, and I would love to be able to do that. So I'm gonna try my hardest to be in the best possible shape going up against them, and then maybe we'll be able to take them down.
Okay, final English question from Juan, Gaming Coffee.
My question is for T1. We could see in the early stage very solid T1. Have you felt more pressure now?
약간 초반 럼블
In the beginning of the Rumble stage, this was Guma Yusu's answer. In the beginning of the Rumbles, yeah, I was feeling quite a bit of pressure, but now I think we were able to get rid of it, and I think we will be able to enjoy the match starting from the semifinals. And Carria also answered, same for me. In the beginning of the Rumble stage, I had this pressure to just like we have to beat G2 and RNG in Rumble stage, so I was playing under huge pressure, but it's gone now, and I'm pretty sure that we will be able to showcase great performance from now on. This question was over to Guma Yusi. In round 1, a lot of AD carry players played Ezreal, Kalista, and Tristana, and then you unlocked Aphelios in round 2. I'm curious why. And his answer was, so I think it's mostly because of the value of AD carry. So we thought Kalista, Ezreal, and Tristana, their tier isn't that really high, and also Aphelios was a good fit in the given situation. This question was over to Carria. This is your third match against G2 since the first round and the second round of the Rumble stage. So ever since the Rumble stage has proceeded, I think we were able to see more of solid T1 play. However, at the same time, this G2 series will not be easy for you. So what's your thought in general? And also, is there any concern regarding the G2 game? And his answer was, I really wanted to play best of 5 against both G2 and RNG. And if we get to beat G2 in the semifinals, there's a very high chance of meeting RNG as well. So I really want to take G2 down. And also, just like I said in the interview after the G2 match, as long as we can pull off our full potential against G2, I'm very confident to beat them without dropping any game. This question is over to Caps. This season was the season where G2 kind of made a full rebuild on the roster, just keeping Yankos, and Caps. And you guys are able to win the trophy in the first season with the new lineup, and also you guys made it to the semifinals at MSI. So how were you guys able to perform so well with the new players?
I think we, well, thank you for the question. And I think we had a long off season, partly because we didn't do very well last year. So we had a lot of time to figure out what we want to do for this year. And that meant we could do very early tryouts, which we've never really done before, and trying out a bunch of players. We had few requests a lot for staff as well. And it gave us the opportunity to figure out which players and staff fit us the best. And in the end, I think it showed off really well. I'm super happy with everyone who's been joining us, whether it's staff or players, how they've been contributing to our success. And I'm hoping that this semis and hopefully final as well will be, I guess, further good showing from us, because I think we have a very strong bond and a very good environment to get the best performance out of us.
This question was over to Kyria. Which lane or role of G2 do you think you should look out for the most? And his answer was, I've been analyzing a lot of stuff by watching every team play at MSI. And after watching G2 play, I kind of realized and figured that not their bottom laners are not actually like showing off the best performance compared to my expectation. And the ones that have the most tricky or the trickiest moves around the map was Caps and Yankos.
The first question is over to Carrier. In the laning phase, who's the one like making the main decision? Is this the two of you make the decision together, or you have a man shot caller? And how do you feel about this kind of decision?
Carrier answered, I believe that during the laning phase on the bottom lane, I think supports should be the one being vocal about gameplays. And for us, I think we are having a lot of communication on how we want to play from both sides.
This question is over to Caps. As a veteran inside G2, and for this year, the teams have some rookies like Flackett and Togmers. This is their first time to be here on the international stage. So have you shared some experience to them?
I mean, I like to think so. I like to think that I guess, given them some of the experience from older tournaments. And yeah, I mean, I think these tournaments are always very, I guess, roller coasters, like this one in particular. But every tournament has its ups and downs. And I think just staying like level-headed and making sure you keep your own best performance, that's like the best you can do.
This question is over to Kumayushi. G2 got the win against T1 for so many times in the international stage, and this time the semifinal of MSI, you guys were able to face against each other again. So do you have any words you want to say to G2?
Kumayushi answered, just like I mentioned earlier today, I believe T1 back then and T1 right now is really different. And also, I would like to say this, please do not expect to win this time around. Thank you.
This question is to Caps and Flackett. We all believe esports can be a super good platform for culture exchange and cultural communication. And I believe in G2, you guys have different cultural background. So did you guys face any problem or issues in handling with a different cultural background? And how did you guys manage to handle with it so well in order to have such a good atmosphere as a whole?
I mean, definitely esports is kind of cool like that. I mean, I've been traveling all around the world, meeting people from all around the world, and we all have this common goal, or I guess common hobby of League of Legends, right? And a lot of the people I meet as well also have the common goal of becoming the best. And it has been awesome. It's been an awesome journey. I think specifically for us in G2, and even my past teams, we are definitely also coming from different backgrounds, different countries. I'm not sure if there's ever really been too many problems based on that. I feel like usually people are quite open-minded at dealing with whichever or like have kind of the same expectations, because we try to set them very early on what our expectations are and how we want to work together. So I'm not sure if there's any like issues I can think of coming from that. Maybe people deal with problems differently. Some people are very open-minded at sharing their thoughts and feelings, while others might hold things back and try to be more polite. But there's not really anything that we're not very effective at dealing with, I feel like. But maybe Flag has something.
I mean, to me, it's kind of what Gab said. In all of the teams I've been, I mean, I haven't been in many teams because I haven't been competing for like very long. But in all of the teams I've been, I think League links every single team member and every single people in staff and management. I think everyone, whenever they join a team, they always have the same goal. That is winning and becoming the best player possible. So I don't remember having any single problem with like all of my previous and actual and current teammates. But yeah, I would say we're usually in esports we're like kind of young players with like not much experience in life, I would say. So and everyone has the same passion for the game. So there's no like time for like conflicts between players, because everyone is like, at least in my teams, everyone has always been really focused on winning and performing and having like a really good vibe inside the team. So for me, there has never been like really big or serious issues.
So this question is over to Caps. Based on the results between G2 and T1, you guys have a 1-1 scoreline based on the head-to-head records. So in the upcoming best of 5, which part do you think you need to pay more attention to in order to have a very good performance?
I mean, I think there's a lot of things, like a lot of goals we have coming into the series and things we want to make sure go right. The 2 games we have were quite different in their own rights. I think a big thing for us is like coming in confident and playing with that confidence. I think the second game, like second time we met T1, we were starting to go on a losing streak after breaking the win streak, and I think that hurt our confidence somewhat. And we were overthinking things a bit and being to some extent a bit indecisive. And we didn't play with the same confidence we had previously. But I think at this point we have kind of overcome now the losing streak, and we're starting a new win streak. So I think with that in mind, we will look to come in with a lot of confidence, and based on a lot of the scouting we have been doing and will be doing the next 2 days, I'm sure we can figure out some good strategies to take down T1.
Galera, esse foi o Media Day do MSI 2022. A gente vai encerrando por aqui. Por hoje é só um grande beijo, um grande abraço e até a próxima. Valeu, falou!